Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Happy Monday. Okay, so I'm sitting in the middle of the sun, you can see. I'm sitting in the middle of the sunshine of the spirit, as you can see, because I am filming this vlog very, very early today. It is currently, let's do a little time and temperature check. It is currently 1:58 p.m. and the temperature outside, I actually looked it up earlier. It's supposed to be, I think, like 80 or 79 today, and tomorrow, or maybe 81, and then tomorrow it's supposed to be like 82 or 83. But today is the last day that the pool is open. It is currently, right now, 79 degrees. It is supposed to be 80 by 3 o'clock, 81 by 4 o'clock, and tomorrow it is supposed to be 83 degrees, Wednesday 82 degrees, and then Thursday it goes down to 70 degrees. But the reason that I am filming this vlog early, the last vlog of summer, the reason that I am filming this vlog early is because Laura and I were texting yesterday about going to the pool one last time today. It's really, it's very cool at night, and it's been kind of breezy and windy at night, so. And I think the pool closes today at like 6 or something like that. I think they're closing it early today, so they can put the lock around the gate. I don't know if they're going to do the lock around the gate and stuff. Like, they usually, like, the day that it closes, they put this huge, like, chain link lock around the gate and stuff. Like, nobody go in, nobody go in. I don't know if they're doing that this year or not, but I think they're not. The pool is supposed to be open until like 10 or 11, but I think that they're closing it at like 5 or 6 tonight. So Laura and I texted her when I got up today, and I said, what time are you planning on going to the pool? Or are you still going to the pool? And she said she was going at 3 o'clock. So I said, okay, I am going to go get my vlog done right now, and then I'm going to go up to the pool. Alex is not sure if he's like, how nice is it outside? And I said, it's beautiful outside. It's absolutely, you guys want to see, well, there's, if I put it up, if I show you guys the camera, it's absolutely blue skies. If I turn the camera around, all you're going to see is sunlight. So it's absolutely blue skies. There's literally not one cloud in the sky. I'm sure the water is probably very, very cold, because it's been cold at night and the pool is not heated. But I don't really care. This is what's going to happen. I know this is what's going to happen because I haven't been to the pool in days. I know I'm going to get to the pool today, and there's gonna be like other people from the neighborhood, because I was talking to one of my neighbors when she was walking by when I was walking the dogs earlier, and she was like, what are you guys doing today for Labor Day? And I said, not much, just relaxing and stuff. And I said, I think I'm gonna try to go to the pool. I was telling her with Laura, and I said, I don't know if are many people going up to the pool? And she's like, oh yeah, yesterday there were quite a few people up there. I know I'm going to get up there today, and I know that there's going to be a bunch of my neighbors up there, and Laura and I are going to have so much fun, and the water's going to feel real refreshing, and then I'm going to be like, why didn't I go to the pool more? I know, I already know that I'm going to be going through this, but you know what? I'll be honest with you. I'm not real sad about it. Like, I'm not sad like I usually, like I was talking about yesterday. By the way, in case you did not watch yesterday's vlog, spirit fingers, I have started and gotten up my 8th channel, my movie channel. It's called Peter's Movie Reviews. The link is the first link in the description box, so if you want to go subscribe to it. A lot of you subscribed to it yesterday and let me know in the comment sections, and that made me so happy. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm just announcing this again in case somebody missed my vlog from yesterday. And so my first video up on that channel will be going up tomorrow. I'm very, very excited about it. So, yeah, I've gotten quite a few subscribers off of it already. I think I'm a little bit over 300 or something like that. I haven't even posted a video yet, which is kind of cool. You know, it's surreal to think about that. Like I was talking about when I started my Booktube channel 9.5 years ago. It's like, it actually does feel kind of hot out here sitting in the sun. But I remember like starting my Booktube channel and then hitting 1,000 subscribers, and how surreal that felt to me. Like, I mean, a couple people in there like Tanya and Alex and stuff like that, and Caroline, that subscribed to my channel that I knew. But the majority of the people that were subscribing to my channel were people that I did not know whatsoever. So, okay, you know, it's 9 years later, 9.5 years later. Today is actually my 9-year anniversary of my drama channel. Thank you, thank you. That feels weird alone to say. I mean, it's 9 years I've been doing that, you know? I was going to do an anniversary video, but I'm going to the pool, and then I have something else that I think I'm going to do tonight that I just kind of ran by Alex, and he was like, no, I think that would be, it's good. It's good. When I tell you guys it's so lame, well, you guys will think it's probably lame, but I'm really excited about it. So anyway, so I was going to do this anniversary video. I was going to do some other videos today. I was like, you know what, just start fresh tomorrow and enjoy the day around the house and the last day of summer and all this kind of stuff. But, you know, when you start, well, actually, I haven't had any coffee or anything today. I thought since it was the last day of summer, I have not had a can of Diet Dr. Pepper from home in so long. So I brought this, and then I brought my Diet Coke Tervis cup out with me, put some ice in it, and I thought that for the last day of summer, we could have a fountain, well, not a fountain pop, but we could have a pop, soda pop. I love the sound of opening a can. I'll probably take some coffee with me to the pool. I'll probably take one of those espresso tonics, actually, with me to the pool. So anyway, you know, it's this weird thing when you start YouTube, or I guess like probably TikTok is the same way, or anything like that, or people follow you on Instagram or whatever, and I can remember like people, it's hard to explain if like, it sounds corny talking about it now, but like at the time, like I can remember people, I remember the names of some of the names of the people that watched my very first Booktube video, first or second Booktube video, still watch my vlog today, and I'm so incredibly grateful for that. There are a lot of people that were around like that first year. I think Annie was around, I think Renee was around, I think there's a lot of people that were around like that first year that I started Booktube, and then the drama channel and the vlog and stuff like that. But I can remember like people reaching out or commenting on my vlogs, more like not commenting on my vlogs, commenting on my Booktube videos, and being like, oh, I love your videos, I just found you, welcome to Booktube. And I thought, this is so cool, like I don't know these people, like I've never met these people before, you know? And I think there's a lot to be said about, you know, we talk a lot about the negativity of like the social media space or online and things like that. I think there is a lot of negative that goes along with it. That being said, I've had a lot of positives as well, you know? Like I said yesterday, I have people that reach out to me every single day and share personal stuff about their lives. You know, I've made a lot of acquaintances and kind of friends on social media through the years. And you know, specifically just off my Booktube channel, it's like Mel and Nikki I met, who are two of my greatest friends ever, you know, that I met just straight off the Booktube channel. And so it's like, I don't know, it's surreal that it's like this. I can remember like when I started watching 1,000 Pound Sisters, I know, right? But Amy and Tammy Slayton on there are explaining why they started why Amy started their YouTube channel. They each had a YouTube channel back in the day, but they don't really explain it that way on the show. They just explain it like Amy has a channel. And they said because they lived in a small town and they really didn't know a lot of people and they wanted to meet other people. That wasn't necessarily the reason why I started it. I started my Booktube channel because I was watching a lot of Booktubers and I just wanted to be part of that world. I can remember seeing people going to BookCon and standing in line with authors that I loved and being like, I would love to meet this author. Like, I want to go to BookCon. I don't think anybody really goes to BookCon on Booktube anymore, or Book Talk. Do they? I don't know. I haven't seen anybody post stuff about that in a long time. And then I can remember watching like videos about readathons that they would do. And I just thought I wanted to be part of that. I just thought that it seemed so cool to be part of this community of people that loved books and loved to read as much as I did, you know? But then when I started my channel, I don't know, and then, you know, people were just saying really nice things to me, and I really like your videos, or, oh, I read that book too, and I loved it, and I loved your hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, it's a nice day, isn't it?
Beautiful day.
People would say things like, I liked your perspective on this, or, hey, have you ever thought about that, or you should read this. I mean, I can remember early on, I could probably actually look and see when these books came out, but I can remember the people that I saw them do. I remember who did the review of Angie Thomas's The Hate U Give. And I had, like, she got an ARC copy of it, an advanced reader's copy. And I'd watched this, like, gal's, like, videos and, like, since I, like, started watching Booktube. And if she recommended a book, I read it because I was, like, so into it. And I can remember I got The Hate You Give, and to this day, it's one of my favorite books. The movie is good, too, but the book is, like, it's, like, phenomenal. The book is phenomenal. And then I remember, I think it was Books and Lala, Kayla from Books and Lala, who I still love her to this day. I still watch a lot of her videos. She gets great views and great interaction on she just stuck to what, you know, she loves doing, just book reviews and book hauls, and I still love her videos so much. But I think she was the one that reviewed Dumplin' by Julie Murphy. And I hadn't read anything by Julie Murphy at that point. And she went on and on about this book, and I thought, I want to read this book because, you know, Kayla talked about it. So I got Dumplin'. I think I listened to it on Audible, and then Tanya, I remember, bought it for me for my birthday because I loved it so much. She bought me a hardback copy of it. And then the movie came out, and if I looked, I'd be really surprised if those books did not come out, because I started my Booktube started my channels in 2016. Dumplin', publication year. Watch, you'll say like 2018 or something. Oh, it came out September 15th of 2015. So I must have bought that before I was even on Booktube, because I didn't start. And then let's see. The Hate You Give. Publication day. February 28th, 2017. So Dumplin' I must have, like, gotten and read before I even started Booktube. But anyway, just like, I don't know, it's just, when I started getting those comments on my very first video of people being like, you know, welcome to Booktube, like, I'm so excited for you, you seem so excited about this, and whatever. Well, flash forward all these years later, here I am starting a movie channel. Which, it kind of feels full circle to me. You know, this is where, like, the comment that I got on, well, they left it on my vlog, they DM'd me, and then they left it, I think they left it on my drama video, and they DM'd me the message, but basically, like, welcome back, because they felt like that drama video announcing all these changes I was gonna do, well, not really changes, but kind of felt like I was back to my roots a little bit. And, you know, what's interesting about that is, I love all of my channels for different reasons, but when I started my Booktube channel, it was just out of this love of reading. And me starting this movie channel is, you know, out of this love of movies. Do you hear Laura? She's singing next door. I know it doesn't make a lot of sense to some people. Well, maybe it makes more sense, I don't know. That I'm not, like, doing it on my TV channel, or, you know, I don't really know how to explain it, but when I have done movie reviews on my TV channel, I get comments and people are like, I thought this was a TV channel. And so when I started thinking about wanting to do this, I really did at first thinking, honestly, I thought about combining, like, my Booktube channel, my TV channel, and my movie channel, and just doing all reviews over there. And then just kind of combining it, but you know what? I was like, do what you want to do. Do what makes you happy. The other thing is, if I do get to a point where I'm reviewing a movie a day, then on that channel, I would be doing a movie review and a TV review every single day. The other thing is, and I know a lot of people don't think this, but it's the truth, like, if I do a movie review on a TV channel, and people are there just for the TV shows like Sister Wives, they're gonna dip out. They're gonna be like, I'm over this, I'm not doing it anymore. So I was like, just keep it separate, you know, and, like, if people want to subscribe, they want to subscribe, and if they don't, they don't. I woke up to so many messages today from people being like, I'm subscriber 239, I'm subscriber 109. It was so cool that people, like, were excited for me. Like, it meant a lot to me, so thank you. I just want to say, from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate it. Thank you. So yeah, so that is coming, my first video is coming over there tomorrow, so within 24 hours, doing the countdown. Oh, it tastes so good. I don't really drink a whole lot of soda anymore, you know? So let me tell you about my plans going forward, and then I'll tell you what I did last night and all that kind of stuff. It didn't feel hot when I was taking the dogs out for their 5th time today. It's so funny now because when people walk by, well, first of all, the dogs are so socialized already. Like, they just, like, love people. So I'm standing out in the yard, right, with their leashes, and somebody will walk by, And they'll want to come over, and so this is what they do. They do their business in the yard, and then they just sit. Like, they'll lay down in the grass, or they just sit. They just, like, Walter just, like, sits there like this. It's so sweet. So it's like, when people are walking by, it's like they're a parade, and the dogs are just walking it. That's exactly what it looks like. I mean, they literally, like, sit side by side. Otis sometimes lays down, and Walter just, like, sits up. They never leave each other's sides, you guys. They are literally, like... You know, I was thinking about this last night. Tanya and I were talking about this. You know, I had, like, getting, like, litter mates. You hear a lot of stories where litter mates do not get along. And so, with Boo and Tucker, I can remember, like, not just our vet, but other people that knew dogs and stuff said, oh my God, like, they love each other so much. Like, that's, like, sometimes, like, litter mates either get along very, very well, or they don't get along at all. Especially male litter mates together. Like, there's a lot of apprehension about, like, you shouldn't have male litter mates together and stuff like that, is what I've heard, is what people have told me. So, you know, I always wanted, like, a bonded pair. I always wanted, you know, whatever. If they weren't bonded before, they definitely are now. I mean, they definitely are, like, but, I mean, they sleep on top of each other every night. Walter really looks out for Otis, which is kind of funny, because that part reminds me of Tucker and Boo Radley, because Tucker always looked out for Boo Radley, and then to find out that, like, Boo Radley was his own person. Like, he was, like, you know, I mean, Otis is very much his own person. Like, Otis is kind of running the show. And Walter's kind of the one kind of like, hey, what are we doing, Otis? What are we doing? But he's always, like, watching out for him and stuff like that. It's real cute. But, you know, it's interesting because, like, I was worried about having any kind of aggressive dog whatsoever, and, like, being able to have a dog that I could, like, have in my face and kiss me. They are such big kissers. You know, like, after I, like, take them, get up and whatever, like, on the weekends, and take them out and do all that kind of stuff, like, I'm like, okay, let's go upstairs and say good morning to your dad, and they go upstairs, and, you know, Alex will be, like, on his phone, and they come over, and they're, like, wagging their tails, and they, like, kiss all over his face and stuff like that, and he's like, good morning, boys, and whatever. So it's, like, they're not aggressive at all. They're super loving. They're super, you know, I don't know, they're learning quicker than I thought some things. Like, they still don't know their names yet. And I'm doing, like, a lot of treat training with, like, sit, and I'm trying to teach. Otis does not understand shake at all. Walter's starting to kind of get it a little bit. The leash training is coming along better than I thought it would. Walter is big enough that Walter could probably take a walk, like a short walk. They get pretty tired pretty quick, because they're still really, really little. You know, I mean, Otis is probably only, like, that big. Otis he gets the leash walking, but I don't think he gets it enough to, like, take a walk, if that makes sense. Like, Walter could probably take a walk around the neighborhood. Not, like, a long walk, but, like, a short walk. So the other thing is that, like, the vet was like, if, like, as they're this small, like, they don't need tons and, like, you don't need to take them on, like, a 3-mile walk. Like, you know, like, they're gonna get the exercise they need, like, just in the yard and their leash and around the house, running around and stuff like that. So, oh, is pool crew lady number 2 gonna go to the pool? Her husband's pulling stuff out of the trunk. He just went somewhere. Looks like he's pulling, like, propane out or something like that. It sounds like a start of a true crime, doesn't it? But I don't know, I was just, like, thinking about them last night because they were being so sweet. I was watching my show. Otis was really tired last night, and Walter was wanting to play, and I had them both up on the chair. And it's real cute because, like, they usually play and play and play, and then, like Walter's usually the one that tires out first. But last night, like, Otis was, like, out. And so I lifted them both back up in the chair. Walter kept on jumping down. Walter is about, at this point now, like, he's about able to jump on the ottoman downstairs. He tries, and, like, he almost gets it, and then he just kind of looks at me, and I, like, so, anyway, he's real cute. I mean, the ottoman's real short, but last night he was jumping up, jumping down, jumping up, jumping down. I kept on thinking he had to go potty, so I kept on taking them outside, and then Otis would go outside, and he'd just, like, sit in the grass, you know? And so, then I bring him back inside, and then I put Otis in the chair, and he just, like, fall asleep like that. Well, Walter, finally I realized he just wanted to play.
Okay, where have you been?
Oh, was she telling you earlier? I was we were on vacation.
I've only been on vacation for a week.
I went on vacation for a week. Where'd you go?
Well, okay, 2 vacations. I went to Cape Cod, and then I went up to the Peninsula.
Well, you're a world traveler. Are you going to the pool today?
Well, I was going to. There's nobody over there.
Okay, so Laura and I are going at 3.
Oh,
So you guys got to go up there.
All right, well, where were you yesterday or a couple days before?
It wasn't warm enough. Did you go up there?
Yes, you were in there. I was over there 2 or 3 days last week.
Was it nice?
Once you got in, it was fine. The sun was there.
I'm getting in today. So yeah, I will definitely be up there by 3:15 today.
Okay.
Do you know what time they're closing it today? What time they're closing it?
What time, what?
They're closing it for good, good.
Oh, Thursday. Tomorrow.
Oh, it's tomorrow. I thought they were doing it today.
Yeah, not tomorrow. I don't think they're closing.
God forbid they keep it open a couple extra days when it's so nice outside.
Go by contract.
Don't. They say that every year, that contract stuff. I'm coming and closing down that pickleball court. She went like this. I'll see you up there at the pool.
Okay.
I don't think I took my allergy medicine. I don't remember. But anyway, my throat is itching. I think I got back from Las Vegas and I just kind of was like, summer's over. I don't really know how to explain it. Like, she's like the third person that's asked me why I haven't been at the pool. Well, first of all, I didn't really know people were going to the pool. I couldn't hear them from up here. And, well, obviously, like, I wouldn't hear her. It's not like she's going to be, like, screaming and splashing around. She's the woman that went with a friend and they had the chocolate beer. She's the woman she's so fun. But anyway, I think we got back from Las Vegas and I just kind of was like, I'm just ready to start fall. Like, I'm kind of excited that Wednesday it's going to be high of 70. You know what I mean? I don't know why I'm excited for that, but it's going to be cooler and, you know, scary books. I already bought some Halloween coffee. Oh, I showed that to you guys, didn't I? Well, anyway, so, like, last night, so Otis was, like, laying on his side. And so Walter, like, he just kind of goes like that. Like, he wants to play. And he kind of, like, nuzzles. It's funny how dogs know, like, because they play bite. But, like, when one of them's kind of, like, tired or sleepy, they don't do that. They kind of just, like, put their head into each other's heads. Well, Otis kind of, like, rolled over, and I looked at Walter, and I said, Walter, he's tired, he doesn't want to play. And Walter just kind of, like, looked at me, like, and then he came over, and he sat right, and he goes, like, he was so bored, and then 2 seconds later, he was asleep. So, okay, today, vlogging, and then I'm going to go to the pool. I guess it sounds like a lot of neighbors are going to be up there. I'm kind of excited about that. End of summer. I know, we'll talk about end of summer in a second, but... And then my vlog will be uploading while I'm gone. So I will schedule that to post. And then tonight is the Miss Continental pageant in Chicago. Which is like one of my favorite like drag pageants. I've never been to it in person. I've always wanted to go. It's Labor Day weekend every year in Chicago. Jim Flint, who is the former owner of the Baton and the owner of the Continental pageant, he runs it every year. He's been running it for like, I think the first pageant was like 1980 or something like that. But it's like unbelievable productions. Actually, like 5 queens from RuPaul's Drag Race have won Miss Continental. Alexis Mateo is the current reigning... She's either the current reigning Miss Continental Elite or Miss Continental at Large. But I think she's a Miss Continental Elite. And then... Brooklyn Heights was a Miss Continental. Sasha Colby was a Miss Continental. Naysha Lopez was a Miss Continental. Sasha Colby, if you love Sasha Colby on RuPaul's Drag Race, you should look up Miss Continental Sasha Colby talent. It is like one of the most incredible drag talents I've ever seen in my life. Oh, Victoria Porkchop Parker, who was the very first eliminated queen ever on RuPaul's Drag Race. She was she was not a Miss Continental, but she competed in Miss Continental. Oh, no, she was. She's a Miss Continental at Large. Oh, they were former Miss Continentals that were on RuPaul's Drag Race. They posted it. Here, I'll look it up because I follow Miss Continental. So anyway, I can't see in the sunlight. So tonight, I don't think they usually do this, but tonight you can pay $41.86. I know it's a lot, but I'm like, so I've always wanted to go to Miss Continental in Chicago. It's been kind of like, if I don't really have a bucket list, but if I had a bucket list of things, it would be on my bucket list to go to Miss Continental one year. So, Miss Continental. I've been following everything that's been going on this weekend. Why is it not pulling up when I've been looking at it nonstop? Because everybody's probably asleep at Miss Continental. Why is it not pulling up the Continental pageant Continental Pageantry, that's what it's under. Okay. So they posted this thing yesterday. All hail the queens. Miss Continental winners on RuPaul's Drag Race. Victoria Porkchop Parker. She was Miss Continental Plus 2003. Oh, Roxy Andrews. She was Miss Continental Plus 2010. Sasha Colby, Miss Continental 2012. Naysha Lopez, Miss Continental 2013. I didn't know that Sasha Colby crowned Naysha Lopez. I didn't know that. Brooklyn Heights. Oh, they were all 3 in a row. Sasha Colby, Naysha Lopez, and Brooklyn Heights. Brooklyn Heights talent for Miss Continental then was a huge deal. She did ballet. I think she did like the Black Swan. It was like a huge deal at the time. Today it wouldn't be that big of a deal because like the talent in Miss Continental. Well, this year I watched some of the prelim talent. This is one of the reasons why I'm kind of like, I don't know if I want to do it. Some of the talent this year is not great. Vanessa Van Cartier, she was Miss Continental 2019, but she was Drag Race Holland 2002. Alexis Mateo, Miss Continental Elite. Yeah, she's 2025 currently right now. But anyway, it starts at 7 o'clock and it goes until 1 o'clock in the morning. So, I think I've talked about this before, but with like local pageants and national pageants and stuff like that, if they're not like on TV, well, drag pageants wouldn't be on TV, but I'm talking about like other pageants. I stream them. I've sat out here before and streamed them. Like my neighbors will be walk by and they'll be like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm watching Miss America or something. You know what I mean? I like stream a pageant and like sit out here and watch it because I loved watching pageants as a kid with my mom. This camera is so hot, you guys. So I was thinking about tonight because I've never gone to see Miss Continental. I've watched so many clips online. I love the clips. I love to see. So they do like a runway of all the formers and there's always like a theme. So, like last year's winner, why can I not think of her name? She's gorgeous. Sunny Delight was the year before. Anyway, she sang, I think, last year. Did like a jazz kind of thing. So anyway, I've never like watched it live, most of the drag pageants are never like, you can't stream it. But this year they're streaming it, and you can pay your $41.86. So I was like, well, maybe. Because I said to Alex, what are you going to do? He's like, I'm just going to watch some TV tonight. He'll probably take 2 naps and watch TV and stuff like that. So, I'm thinking about doing that. But the thing is, I don't know, like that interrupts my nap time. I don't know that I want to sit there for 6 hours. I'll probably enjoy it if I do it. Like during a drag pageant, there's a lot of downtime. A lot of formers a lot of formers perform. So if it's somebody that you don't care, I don't really care about the Mr. Continentals, if you want to know the truth. So, like, if the Mr. Continentals are performing, Mr. Continentals are, like, the men that compete. It's just, I don't really know how to explain it. Like, they competed on Friday. Or was it last night? The competition was last night. No, Sunday was the prelim for Miss Continental. Saturday was Mr. Continental. So, it's like, they do like evening wear, and it's like a suit, like a tux, and then they do swimsuit, which is like a bikini. They are a bikini. It's like a Speedo. All the men wear Speedos. And then they have a talent. And like for Mr. Continental's talent, it's usually like they sing live, they do like a salsa dance, things like that. Very attractive men, very good looking men. They're usually like bearded, very tall, very good looking, very kind of like suave, you know. And I don't know the guy that won, but the guy that won this year, I think he did like a routine from Hamilton. He did like, a lot of them do like Broadway productions and stuff. Like tonight at Miss Continental, like they'll have like 30 dancers behind them. I mean, it's like full on productions. Darling, what was her last name? Zane Darling, I think is who won last year. I'm probably mispronouncing her name, but she's gorgeous. So I'm thinking about doing that tonight. If not, I'm going to finish Hostage. I started on Netflix last night. But I'll be honest with you, I do not know. I got to like 2 minutes before the end of episode 1, and I was kind of real bored with it. But that was probably after finishing Happy Valley last night, which I put up on my Peter Watches TV channel. I said, the show wrecked me. Like, it will stay with me for a long, long time. Do you ever watch like a show that, like, you just, like, you know you're going to remember this show for a very long time? Happy Valley was that show for me. I can't believe, to be honest with you, like Broadchurch is fantastic too. I think because Broadchurch was like the main one that got a lot of attention at that. The camera stopped. I think because Broadchurch at the time that it came out, I put up that I finished Broadchurch and people were like, you need to watch season 2. I've watched all 3 seasons of Broadchurch. So I've watched all 3 seasons of Broadchurch, but I think that, and I loved Broadchurch. I thought, well, I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily say darker. They're different topics. Broadchurch is very dark. It's very, very dark topics. And so is Happy Valley. Oh, my neighbor's out doing her gardening. But I don't really know how to explain it. Like, Broadchurch, you got to know Olivia Colman's character and the guy that, what's his name? David Sargent or whatever that plays the other detective. You get to know him a little bit through there. Olivia Colman, you really get to know. But in Happy Valley, like, you get to know the characters. Like, the villain, the woman that plays Catherine, her sister, her grandson, her son. Like, you get to know these characters. I honestly am surprised because when I talk about, like, mystery thrillers, people recommend Broadchurch to me all the time. I'm very surprised that more people don't talk about Happy Valley over Broadchurch. Happy Valley, like, Broadchurch is good. Like, Broadchurch is solid. Like, I think it holds its own. When I think of, like, thrillers that just, like, wowed me, like, Mare of Easttown, I remember when I watched it, we were in Florida, and I remember I just, like, binge-watched it. This was years ago. And I can remember, like, getting to the end of it. Like, Nikki just watched it, and she said I couldn't believe it was, and she told me, like, I said, I don't remember that, but I remember the feeling that I had when I got done watching it. I remember, the main character and just, like, watching her scene outside. Like, I don't know, I just was so into that show. The show, like, profoundly affected me in a lot of different ways. And the idea of trust and small towns and secret keeping and believability and love and loyalty and things like that. Happy Valley was very much that to me in a way that Broadchurch wasn't. Broadchurch was great. I mean, Broadchurch probably this year will be on my top 5 shows I watched this year. But Happy Valley, I mean, I just cannot believe that more people are not talking about this show. So if you want to watch it, I will tell you. It's either available for purchase, or if you buy BritBox, they just put it on BritBox. So after I bought the seasons and bought BritBox, they put it on BritBox. So you can watch it on BritBox. If you look it up, it says that it's like on like Peacock and it's actually a Netflix show. Like when you start watching it, it comes up like BBC and Netflix. It was some collab they did. But it's not on Netflix anymore. It's not on any of the streaming services it says it is. It's on I'm telling you, I've researched this. It's on BritBox, and you can buy it like on Amazon Prime and Apple. So anyway, so tonight, I don't know, I might watch the pageant. I'm kind of like real excited about it. When I was telling Alex, he's like, baby, you should do that. You'd have fun doing that. I was like, yeah, I was thinking about just ordering some food, and I didn't really eat a lot. Well, because we ate brunch yesterday, so I didn't really eat a lot last night. I had my leftovers from last night, but in all honesty, they weren't really that good. So, not the leftovers, but the food. So, I don't know. How are you? Good. So I'm thinking about, maybe ordering something today and then watching the pageant. I won't watch it out here though, I'll watch it inside. Also, do you guys remember this plant that I bought from Trader Joe's? Okay, I have like watered it, not watered it. I've looked it up online. I've looked at everything to do, and she's not doing well. So I'm gonna give her to Laura today, because Laura is so good with inside plants. So I have her out here to give to Laura. She's such a pretty plant. I bought her at Trader Joe's. She was real cheap. She was like $9.99 or something. I love the pot that she's in. It's a philodendron. I looked it up online and what I was doing wrong, like was I watering it too much? Was I not watering it enough? And I don't like, the plants that we have inside are still doing good. The ones that Alex ordered for me, have you guys seen those plants that are like self-watering plants? So I wanted a couple of those a couple years ago. Alex has kind of taking care of them. He jokes all the time about like, I'm gonna kill his plants. I'm like, those are my plants, you gave them to me as gifts. He's like, well, I'm the one that takes care of them. But then the other one that used to sit behind me in the video, and I repotted it, and it was like obviously in such a small pot, and I'd had it for so many years. I repotted it, and it like doubled in size. And then the other one, I have to water it like once a week, and it's like a Monstera, and it does well, but it's not huge. Laura told me like over like years, like it'll get really, really big. The stems are getting really long on it, but the leaves are not getting super big on it, but it's still doing really, really good. The problem is we don't have a lot of light inside our house, just from like the back window. Like that's the only light that we have in our house. Speaking of which, I don't really know what to do about the ferns this year. I was sitting here last night, I was talking to somebody on the phone, I think Tanya, and I was like, I don't really know what to do about the ferns this year. Here's the deal. The ferns for me, at this point, are an emotional attachment. I mean, they're okay. Here, I'll show. I mean, they're not bad. They're okay. I mean, first of all, I can keep them out here until about the 1st of November. They'll be fine out here until like the 1st of November, and it's easier for me to water them and stuff out here. I don't know that I can keep 5 ferns in the bathtub. If I say I want to keep them, Alex will be like, you keep them, I don't care. But he's like, I mean, I'm the one that waters them, takes care of them. He doesn't mind them at all. We don't use our bathtub because, anyway, there's a leak and we have to redo the whole bathroom. So anyway, we don't use the bathtub. So if I want to keep them, I can keep them. Which, then that part of me is like, then just keep them. Fernalicious, it's like each year that I keep her in the bathroom, she just does worse and worse. Like, even being out here all summer, she has not done great. She's doing okay. But, like, she's got more, and I've tried to cut some of it off. She's got more dead underneath her than she's got alive on top. Smasherella cut it up one time. Is that her? I cannot remember these. Jasper Mall. Does anybody remember? So it's Fernalicious, Fernando. Why can't I remember her name? She's not Smasherella cut it up one time, is she? I can't believe I'm forgetting the ferns' names. Anyway, I think the dogs are like used to the yard. Oh, this is crazy that last night we came out here. We came out here at like 1 o'clock and they just like did their business and kind of walked around the yard and acted bored and whatever, you know. It's funny, it's real easy on leashes because they kind of go the same direction or whatever. But then I brought them out here like I think it was like at 2 o'clock. It was like literally like almost an hour later. Like when I'm watching TV, I bring them out here like every hour. And I brought them out here like an hour later and they went crazy. So some animal must have come through our yard last night. But I think they're used to the yard and stuff enough now that I think I'm going to start reintroducing the bird, like a couple bird feeders out here and stuff like that for the fall. And I never did put up my bird bath. So for this fall and winter, like Margaret Wrinkle in The Comfort of Crows, she talks about the bird baths and like it's better for like the birds and animals in the winter and the fall. More the winter, but they need like fresh clean water, and they need, because they don't have like, it's frozen usually underground, and so they don't have access to fresh clean water, and they also need, that's when they need like bird feed and stuff the most. Just to remember that. Keep your bird feeders up, don't take them down in the summer. It's actually better to keep bird feeders and stuff like that up in the winter, and like if you're feeding squirrels and stuff, it's not wind, to do it through the fall and winter than it is, I mean in the summer they can find their own resources for that. But anyway, so I don't really know what to do. I know. Smasherella I got at Trader Joe's. So it's Fernalicious. Farrah, I got her last year. Smasherella, because Smasherella was her hair was smashed on one side. And Jasper. Why can't I remember what her name was? Did I get Fernando? What is the fern, the big fern that I bought this year? What's her name? Why can't I remember that? It'll come to me. And if it doesn't come to me, 10 of you will comment, so thank you. But I don't really know what to do with the ferns. Like, Fernalicious is really the only one that I'm really that attached to. The small ferns are so cute, but Trader Joe's sells them every year. Laura does not want the ferns. I've asked her like 2 years in a row. She doesn't want the ferns. My neighbor across the street doesn't take care of plants inside. She only has outside plants. Nobody around here other than Laura, and then my neighbor like 2 down, she has indoor plants, but she doesn't want them either. I've asked her. She has like a lot of like tropical stuff though. It's very cool. I feel bad just getting rid of them. I know people are like, Peter, they're plants. Like, and then I thought, well, if I put them in the woods, will they grow back next year? But they won't, because they're not, you know. So I'm thinking about, I'll probably just take them up to the bathtub. By the time it's November, it'll be like November, December, January, February, March. It's 5 months. They have to stay up there. The thing is, they don't do horrible. And they get a lot of sunlight because, and ferns don't need a lot of sunlight anyway, so I think they get just about, but it's how they sit in there. And so, like, last year, I tried to move them around and stuff like that. It's fine. It's just, I know they're always kind of like the bottom of them are a little smashed. If anybody has any suggestions, I'm not going to hang them. I'm not going to hang them in the house. I'm not going to hang them in the bathroom and stuff like that. They're going to be in the bathroom in the bathtub. So if anybody has suggestions on what to do, if I keep them next year, let me know. Or if I keep them this year. I'm leaning towards keeping them. Last night I was kind of like, just get rid of them and start fresh next year. But then I was like, no, like I want to keep them. I don't know. But anyway, so last night, we went to dinner for Alex's girlfriend's birthday. It was all couples. So it was, well, his one friend that's getting married, he was at home with the kids. So it was his friend and her boyfriend that he like put the dinner together for her. She looked so pretty last night. And then another couple that their wedding is the day after Halloween. It's one of Alex's really close friends. So her and the girl whose fiance, she's the one getting married this Sunday, was at home with his kids. So he's got 2 kids from a previous relationship. And so that's why he couldn't come last night. I met them. Alex was in school with her, the second one, in college with her. They were in marketing together. So they were in Miami one year that we were in Ultra. I've known them for a long time. We met them like years and years and years ago, and Alex has been close friends with them ever since. So anyway, so it was her and her fiance, and he's hilarious. He looks like Spencer Pratt. I always call him Spencer Pratt. He looks exactly like Spencer Pratt. I said it to him last night, or to them last night, because we were standing outside, and the girl whose birthday it was, I've only met her boyfriend, like, he's like a newer boyfriend. And so I've only met him like 2 or 3 times. And he looks like a thinner version. He's real tall. He looks like a thinner version of Travis Kelce. And I said, and like everybody was standing outside. So if you ever meet me in person, I always think everybody looks like somebody. And I will like, immediately I'll be like, does anybody tell you that you look like this person? Or I'll say, who do people tell you that you look like? Because I can't figure it out. Like Alex, it's like, if you said to Alex, like, what's one thing that Peter says to somebody he meets for the first time, he'd say that they always look like somebody. I think everybody looks like somebody. So I was sitting at the very end of the table. He was sitting at the other end of the table. So I was looking right at him the whole time. I kept on going, who does he look like? And all of a sudden I was like, oh my God, he looks like Travis Kelce. So I said to him at the end, everybody was standing outside, and the one girl, she was like, did you like get a chance to talk to Spencer Pratt, like her fiance, because I know them really well. And so I was like, yeah, but I was more focused on Travis Kelce, and they were like, what? And so I said, your boyfriend looks like, to this other girl, I said, does anybody ever tell, I looked at him, I said, does anybody tell you looks like Travis Kelce? He goes, I don't think I've ever gotten that once. And literally everybody was like, oh my God, you do. Well, he had just grown out a beard and like trimmed it, and everybody was like, it's your beard, it's your beard. It wasn't just his beard. He looks like Travis Kelce, it's his eyes and stuff like that. But anyway, so then we were talking about who looks like who, and apparently I don't look like anybody. So, and then it was next to her fiance, it was this guy, and then he was actually sitting across from his girlfriend, and I did not know them very well, and they were the last couple that were sitting next to us, and so I ended up actually talking to them most of the night. They live in the same neighborhood that Carlos and Liliana live in, and so Alex just met them a couple months ago. Like, she works with one of the girls, and like that's how like they kind of got into this group. So I don't really, they've been at like, they were at the Rufus Du Sol concert, and they came in late to Alex's birthday and sat at the very other end of the table. And so I don't really know them. And so, because there was like 35 people or 25 people at that birthday dinner or whatever. But anyway, and so last night, like we really started talking to him. Well, he is from one town over from where my ex is from in Seymour. So we started talking about, like, I was like telling him about things, O'Brien Street, shooting pool on O'Brien Street in Seymour and all this stuff. And he was like, oh my God, you know Seymour. I was like, oh yeah, I spent like years in Seymour, going down there like every weekend. And then she was from northern Indiana. She's from like Angola. And so I was like, oh, my dad's from Fort Wayne. Like his whole family's from Fort Wayne. She's like, oh my God, I used to go to Fort Wayne all the time. So we were talking about that. They were super, super nice. You know, it's like when you don't really know somebody, and I'm super shy anyway. And so I was at the very last seat. So Alex thought that the dinner was at 7:30, but it was actually at 7. So I'm like in the shower. Alex goes, we need to hurry. It's at 7, not 7:30. And it was like 10 till 7. So we got there at like 10 after 7. So we were like the last couple in. So we sat at the so I was literally the last seat at the table. And there was another couple that didn't show up, so there was like 2 empty seats next to me, which was fine, because I could put my stuff over there. But anyway, so I'm shy, but like in situations like that, I'm like, what do you have to lose? And we're all sitting at the same table for the wedding next. Well, like, I guess they're not doing bridesmaids, but like the close group. Anyway, so the majority of us are all sitting at the same table. So I was like, well, this is a chance for me to get to know these people. They were so nice. Like, I never really met them, and they were so nice. Super, super nice. So yeah, so I wasn't really hungry because we had brunch and it was a steakhouse. And it's Devour Indy. I think I was explaining this the other day. So like every place has like a meal deal that you can get. And it's like, so there, we went to Harry and Izzy's, which is, so there's like St. Elmo's, and then Harry and Izzy's is like a more casual St. Elmo's kind of on the north side. It's real close to us. It's like 5 minutes from us. I like Harry and Izzy's actually better. But I forgot their food is not that great. Well, I think if you like steaks and sliders, you would probably think their food is fantastic. But I'm not a big lover of steakhouses, and I just, for me, it's like I'm basing it off of sides anyway. So I got a wedge salad. So like, and none of anything that I wanted to get was on the Devour, because if you get the Devour menu, it's like for $60, you get like some like craft cocktail, like an old fashioned or something like that, or a glass of wine, a salad or an appetizer or soup, a main course, a side, and a dessert. Well, I wasn't, that doesn't work for me. You know what I mean? The main courses were like chicken, salmon, or steak. I'm like, no. So I ended up getting, and I wasn't really that hungry anyway. So I was like, okay, whatever I get for my entree. Because I said something about like, I'm not that hungry. And everybody was like, you got it. Oh my Lord, Steve. Hey, Steve. Oh my God, he just ran across the street. Steve, come back, honey. Oh, I put peanuts down. That's why he's over here. Hi, Steve. Oh my Lord. You know, the ducks never did come back. Never did. They promised me they'd come back late summer. I haven't seen a duck in this neighborhood in months. It's so funny that people are like, I think the HOA got rid of the HOA did not get rid of the ducks. Okay, listen. The HOA is 6 people over the age of 80. Okay, listen, they are worried about things that, they are not worried about ducks in this neighborhood. I'm just telling you right now, they're not. Okay, they don't care about the ducks. And the geese in this neighborhood, you're not allowed to like do anything about, because they're like protected, like where they lay eggs and stuff like that. But the geese like come once a year, they lay their eggs and then they go. But it was so funny when I would talk about the ducks, like where'd they go? People would be like, I think the HOA, nobody in this neighborhood got rid of the ducks, okay? I mean, like people literally walk through the neighborhood and feed the ducks with their grandkids. Nobody got rid of the ducks. I don't know what happened to the ducks. It's the weirdest thing. Now watch, like tomorrow, Shorty the duck will pull up. I would love to see Shorty the duck. Who are the other ones? LaDonna and LaJudy. Oh my God, I forgot all the things this summer. This has been a good summer. Well, that was kind of early. Was that spring? You know what's so funny is, like, I think about how much my life has been changed by little Walter and little Otis, you know, and it's like, there's a spirit in our house that hadn't been there for a while. And, I mean, just, like, it's so funny because, so, like, Otis is just real short and little, right? They're always getting into something, okay? And so I've got like everything. Anyway, they're always getting into something. So what's so funny is that like Walter is twice as tall as Otis, okay? But Walter doesn't really know what to do with his legs yet, you know, because like his legs are growing, but he's still like a puppy. And so when he runs kind of like this, it's so cute. But just to like, you know, whenever like if I step outside for a second to get the mail, or like when I'm vlogging, like they're up with Alex right now, and like when I come inside, like they'll come running down the stairs. Like, I don't know, there's just a spirit in the house. But you know, it's so crazy to think back on like this spring, and I would say things like, well, I don't really know yet when I'm gonna get a dog, whatever. I'll be honest with you, I don't think I've really talked about this. I came real close to not ever getting a dog again. I was there, and I don't know how many of you sensed it. I kind of talked a little bit about it, that I was getting to the point where, you know, I was looking at a lot of rescues, and I was in contact with a lot of rescues. And there weren't, it's so weird, like, around the time of, like, Walter and Otis, it was, like, 3 rescues contacted me. Like, and I was, like, at the top of their list. Like, that was crazy, number 1. Number 2, since then, because people still send me pictures, you know? Since then, I'm just, like, I see, I'm not getting a 3rd dog. I'm just not. But never say never, but not yet. Not yet. I can't imagine training 3 dogs. So anyway, But, you know, I came real close to, like, I don't know when it was. There was like a couple days where the silence in the house was almost unbearable. And I just felt like I was, like, really alone in the house, like, all day long and whatever. And I can remember talking to people about it, but it was, like, by the second or the third day, I was kind of over it. I was kind of like, it was kind of nice. I think I actually talked about it on here. Not that part of it, maybe, but I was kind of like, yeah, I don't know that I want to get another dog. I don't know, like, I almost was kind of like... And then Walter and Otis kind of came out of nowhere. I mean, I really wasn't, you know, that wasn't the plan at all, you know? So I think back on, like, early to late spring, and, I feel like I have to talk about all the things from this summer because this is the last vlog of summer, but I could talk about it 2 days from now. So maybe we'll save it because I'm coming up on an hour and I want to get to the pool today and stuff like that. But yeah, it's weird to think about, like, how much has changed since last spring, you know? So last night we went to dinner. I had a wedge salad with no bacon. It was okay. It was just okay. Harry and Izzy's before has, like, a kid's mac and cheese that I've had before, and it's like this interesting pasta. They don't have that anymore. They did have, like, most steakhouses now will put, like, some kind of, like, pasta deal or, like, a vegetable mix on their menu to, like, appease the vegetarians, but it's not really that, or vegans, but it's really not that good. And I don't know what their pasta was last night. I almost got it. It was, like, they had some pasta on there. I almost got it. I was like, just get a side of mac and cheese. I wasn't that hungry. So I had, like, a Diet Coke, a piece of the bread. The bread was real dry. The last time I think I went there was with Tanya and Eric, her husband, Alex, my sponsor for my birthday. Oh my God, that would have been years ago. Was it the last time I was there? Oh no, Alex and I went there for another birthday party for our friend's husband. That was like 3 or 4 years ago. That was the last time that I went there. Alex has gone there for a couple times because all these steakhouses have, like, happy hour, a glass of wine, split an appetizer kind of deal. He goes there with his girlfriends. It's been a long time. Caroline goes to Harry and Izzy's quite a bit too. I haven't been there in forever. So anyway, then I got a side of mac and cheese, which I took a picture of and posted, and everybody was sending me, like, they're like, oh my God, that looks so delicious, and all this kind of stuff. So Nisha and I from 1,000 Pound Roomies follow each other, and we always comment on each other's pictures. And like, she'll always, like, put little, like, funny emojis on my stuff that I post in my stories. And so I post that mac and cheese, and she put fire on it. I was like, that crack. I love her so much. But everybody was like, oh my God, that mac and cheese looks so good. I wanted to say, it really isn't. It really isn't good at all. It was too cheesy. It was, do you know what I mean by too cheesy? Like, if you're like a macaroni and cheese expert like me, you'll know what I'm talking about. Like, it's too cheesy. Like, sometimes, like, in all honesty, the less fancy you try to get with the mac and cheese, the better off you are. Like, when people try to get real fancy with mac and cheese, they sometimes fuck it up. Like, the 4 cheese blends and, like, the crust and... Duh, we don't need to do that. Like, I would rather just have a cheap box of Kraft. You know what I'm talking about? The blue box that you put the milk and the butter in. I'd rather have that over some fancy mac and cheese BS. Like, I don't need that. This was... I don't know. It was just a side of mac and cheese. They had lobster mac and cheese, and then they had mac and cheese. And so I just got the regular mac and cheese. Even if I wasn't a vegetarian, I don't think I've ever had lobster in my life. I just never ate fish or seafood or anything before. So anyway, but like, I took like 2 bites of it and it was not good. Alex he did the devour. So he had like a glass of, he had a Malbec, because that's what the glass of wine wine he drinks. And then he had, a Caesar salad, a filet, and he got mashed potatoes. He's been getting mashed potatoes at every steakhouse that we go to, which is weird because he's not like a big mashed potato fan. So anyway, it was nice. We were there from like, we got there at like 7:15. So we were there from like 7:15. They closed at 9 o'clock. We were the last table in there. I was kind of surprised they closed. Well, it was like the day before Labor Day, so it's probably why. But then they were all talking, so it was her birthday, and so she wanted to go to Chili's and do karaoke. I was like, what? And then Alex texted me later and said Tilly's. So I don't know, there is a bar here. There is a bar close to us called Tilly's. So I don't know if I never even asked. I think they went to Chili's, actually. So I don't know, unless there's a bar right next there. Where is this Tilly's? I remember seeing a Tilly's around here somewhere. Hold on a second. Tilly's bar. Oh, it is really... Oh, Tilly's and Chili's are like right next to each other. Well, I don't know. They must have been talking about Tilly's, and I thought they were saying Chili's. So we're all standing out there. And, so one of Alex's girlfriends is getting married. Her fiance is sober, too. And so they always, like, put us together like salt and pepper shakers. Like, oh, they're both sober. They have something to talk about. So he was like, are you going... They're all standing in the parking lot, like, you know, out in front of the door, like, all deciding, like, where they're going to go and stuff like that. And it was 9, and it was her birthday, and she didn't want the night to over. I get it. I was ready to be home in comfy clothes. And I told Alex, I said, whatever y'all do afterwards, more power to you. I'm not doing it. He goes, that's fine. He's like, you know. I said, I'm excited about dinner. It'll be fun. I said, I'm not, like, I don't need to go and have 5-hour conversations and stuff like that. So it's me and this guy standing out there, and they're like looking at us like, are they going to go or are they not going to go? And he was like, are you going to go? And I was like, no, I'm not going for karaoke. He goes, you wouldn't sing karaoke? I go, I would maybe sing karaoke with a group of people, but I want to be in my pajamas at home watching a show. He goes, and he started laughing. He goes, but she's like really wanting to go. I go, then let her take an Uber home. It's totally fine. He goes, I think I'm going to let you take an Uber home. He turned to her. She's like, you don't care? He's like, no. I go, what are you going to do? He goes, I'm going to go home and play video games. So he was going home and play video games. I was going home and get comfy. Everybody else went to Chili's or Tilly's or wherever the hell they went to sing karaoke. So they went there, and they were there for like an hour, and then Alex texted me, and they were moving to... These bars have been around since I was like going out. To this Taylor's Pub. Where is it at? Yeah, they went to Taylor's Pub. And he said that it was boring at the other place, and that's why they left. So anyway, they were there for a couple hours playing pool. He had a good time. He had a good time last night. So anyway, so we talked for a little bit when he came home and hung out for a little bit. And then I went back because I was like, oh, I was at the very, very end of the 5th episode of the 3rd season of Happy Valley. So then he went upstairs with the dogs for a little bit. And then I said, well, I'm going to finish this last episode. He was looking at TikToks and he went to bed. So I ended up watching the last episode of Happy Valley. You guys, it is so good. I was wrecked. I was wrecked over it. So good. It ends so good. I love the shows that just like end conclusively. Like it makes me sad and I wish it went on for 8 seasons. But at the same time, the fact that they like, it's kind of so confident, like not arrogant, but it's very Schitt's Creek, okay? To be, like Broadchurch is the same way. To be so confident, to be like, we know our show is the shit, that we're ending it here. It needs to end here. It was successful. It was good. We're ending it. And enjoy the 3 seasons. We're done. Like, I think that is so confident of a show. That could continue to go on forever, right? Like, Schitt's Creek could have gone on forever. But, so then I watched that. And then I was, like, looking through stuff to, oh, you know what? I know what I watched before that. This was before Alex got home. Big Brother. Nikki and I, she is, like, 6 episodes behind on Big Brother. She's like, well, I'm keeping up on TikTok. I said, girl, we said we weren't doing that this year. She's like, I know, but I'm just so bored with it. It is so boring. This season of Big Brother is so boring. But I watched it last night. I've kept up. I've kept up with every episode. Unlike the failure that is Nikki. I was giving her such a hard time about it last night. Where did I say? She and Mel are both texting me right now. Oh, I sent her this. She sent me these. Picture of these blueberry muffins that she made. Tanya was baking last night too because she was sending me stuff. And then I sent her this book. Has anybody heard of this book called The Midnight Bookshop? People on the Facebook are saying it's good. And then I said, are you still like 6 episodes behind? She said, yeah. I said, girl. She said, I'll watch tonight, so I'm putting it on now. I said, I don't even want to watch it. She said, same. She said, I don't really care. What I do care about is who is behind what happened in this book. Because she's reading the new Sherry Lapina book, and she loves it, if anybody wants to read that book. I said, then we were talking. So anyway, then she didn't end up watching it. She ended up just listening to her book. Mel is being shady. This is what I'm going to, hold on a second. Whenever somebody's being shady with me and they think they're being cute, I just send him a good Nene Leakes emoji. I did this one with Nene Leakes. So then I was like, well, I don't know what to watch because I've got 15 shows to watch. I'm like in the middle of like 8 shows, but why not start another one? So the camera stopped while I was in the middle of sharing my story. So anyway, Hostage is like on the top 10. I was calling it Ransom, but it's called Hostage. It's like on the top 10 of, I thought that was my phone, but it wasn't. It's like on the top 10 of Netflix. And just like came out like 2 or 3. Well, I looked it up last night. It said July, but I guess maybe not. I don't know. But it's like in the top 10 of Netflix. So I was like, okay, I'm going to watch this. So I started it last night. Well, one of the reasons why I started is because it's 5 episodes. So I was like, I can finish this weekend. And you know, like I said, I like to watch mystery thrillers late at night. So I started watching it. I don't really know what to think. Well, first of all, I'll tell you what I think. So I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Is it Delpy or Delphi? Julie Delpy. She was in those Linklater movies that I absolutely love. The first one was called Before Sunrise. It was with Ethan Hawke. It was just the two of them walking around some city. I can't remember, some city in Europe. Prague or something like that. Then the second one is called Before Sunset, when he's now a writer and he comes back to Paris and they spend the day together. And the last one that is so sad is like 20 years later and they're married and they're about to get divorced and they hate each other. And it's called Before Midnight, I think. But those 3, if I had to pick like a series of movies that have like greatly affected, because they're my age, like both of them are like my age. I actually don't know how old she is. I don't know how old Ethan Hawke is. Julie Delpy. She's still gorgeous. But I mean, you want to talk about watching a movie where you feel like you've aged? Like, I remember that Before Sunrise movie where they're walking around, they steal the wine glasses. Do you guys remember that movie? I love those movies. Anyway, if I was going to say a series of movies that have, like, profoundly changed me, like, that was definitely one of them. Yeah, she's 55 years old. She's still gorgeous, but she looks older. I mean, she looks a lot older. So it's her, and she's the president of France, and then it's this woman that's the prime minister of England, and they're, like, doing these trade negotiations. But during the trade negotiations, the prime minister's husband, who's a doctor, he's doing mission work in French Guiana, and he gets taken as a hostage. And then the French president, she gets blackmailed with something. And so it's them, like, working together, but working against each other. So I watched the first episode, and I was, like, literally, like, I looked, and it was, like, 3 minutes from the end, and I was like, this is Boresville. Like, how is this in the top 10? Like, I don't know that I'm going to finish even this episode. And then in the last 2 minutes, and I hate when shows do this, I think it's such a cheat. In the last 2 minutes of the show, I can't believe the battery hasn't gone to the halfway mark yet, and we're, like, over an hour. But anyway, in the last 2 minutes of the show, like, they introduce, like, this blackmail scheme. And I was like, I mean, now I'm interested. So I started watching episode 2. I watched, like, 10 or 15 minutes of episode 2. And then I, like, looked at the clock. I was like, okay, it is late. You need to go to bed. So I took the dogs outside, put them in the little house for the night. And, yeah. They love to just, like, sleep next to me for, like, hours on end. What's so funny now is they both, like, sleep on their backs, like, all spread out like this. It's real, real cute. So, and then that was last night. And then I got up today and took them out real early. They were still asleep when I got them up today. And then took them outside and gave them a little treat, a little water, brought them inside, brought them into bed with us. And they woke Alex up with all the kisses. And then, but then he just, like, rolled over and went back to bed. It's when he's, like, on his phone on TikTok, like, when he gets up for the day, that I bring him up there, and that's when they give their kisses to dad and stuff like that. So then they went back to sleep. They're real good about, like, when I get them up in the morning and take, like, I don't know if they, like, you know, I really wanted to, like, have a set schedule with these dogs. And I knew going into this, like, my schedule is strange. So, they're dogs, okay? They don't need to have a 9-to-5 work schedule. They just don't. Did you guys see the pictures I was putting up on Instagram yet the other day with Walter and Otis? And I said, these dogs, these are my assistants. They just sleep all day long. They didn't even bring me a coffee. People were dying. Oh my God, some of the messages I got were so funny. But anyway, and then I put, like, Otis was asleep in his bed. I took a picture of him. I put, not Otis, Walter. I said, Walter's exhausted for his hard day at work. They're so cute, you guys. So anyway, but I knew that, like, I was going to have to get them somewhat used to, like, my schedule if it was going to work out at all. They're totally used to my schedule now, like, totally used to it. You know, I get up in the morning, I set my alarm to get them up so they're not, like, you know, asleep for too long, and then I take them outside and let them go potty. And so they're getting real trained to, like, as soon as they get up, as soon as they eat, like, they go outside, go potty, go potty, go potty, so they know it. They're good about putting their, like, leashes and stuff on, and they know, like, they're good about that now. And then afterwards I bring them inside in the morning, and they, like, go right upstairs. Like, I go in the kitchen, I get a little treat, and as I'm getting the treat, they, like, go upstairs. And so then they go back to bed with me, and if Alex is in bed, then with Alex too. And then they kind of just, like, do little circles, they'll play for a little bit, and then, like, usually Otis is the one that goes to sleep first, and Walter comes over and he, like, lays on top of him and goes to sleep right in between Alex and I. They're real sweet. They don't like to, they're not big, like, they don't go underneath blankets and stuff like that yet. They both like to sleep on the floor, and our house is pretty cool, so I don't know what that's about, but they both like to sleep on the floor. I don't know if it's the hardwood floor, if it's comfortable or something like that, but when they come back up to bed, they sleep in the bed with us. And so then they'll sleep for a couple more hours, and then I get up with them, and the battery just went to the halfway mark. I take them out, and... Is that Laura singing? Yeah, she's probably getting ready to go to the pool. So yeah, they're good. It's been a good summer. It's been a real good summer. I almost feel like, because it's the end of the summer and I always get sad about the end of the summer, I'm almost kind of like trying to make myself sad about the end of the summer. We're not doing that. We're not going to do that. We're going to enjoy the welcoming of fall, and we're going to enjoy the changing of all seasons. But mostly, I'm going to enjoy, I said we, but mostly, I think, you know, part of it too is, maybe this is it. This is just occurring to me. That, you know, my goal for 2024 was to live in the present moment. And my goal in 2025 was to live in the present moment, and in each moment ask myself, are you living your best life in this moment? Whether that's sitting here vlogging, like in this moment vlogging and drinking my fountain or my Diet Dr. Pepper, like this is my best life. You know, starting a movie channel is my best life. Going to the pool with Laura and possibly Alex is my best life. Hanging out with the dogs and Alex is my best life, you know? Talking to Tanya is my best life, you know, and Nikki and Mel. Like, I think I have, like, started to, like, look at just the moments in my life and enjoying each moment. And so I think then, before I was looking at, like, the passing of time, it's like, oh, summer's over, I'm so sad, now fall, and it's going to be a whole year. But I would say on here, I can't believe it's going to be another 9 months before the pool's open. I don't know. And we also travel. We have no trip planned. We have no trips planned at all. None. Not even Miami for Ultra next year. We don't even have that planned. We are going to do that probably, but we don't have that planned yet. We were actually thinking about doing Mexico for New Year's, but I don't think that we're going to do that now. I mean, we might take like a weekend trip here or there somewhere, but we have no trips planned. It's kind of nice, honestly, to not have any trips planned. But also we know that, like, I mean, if we want to go to, like, you know, the beach for 3 or 4 days, we can always do that, you know? So I don't necessarily feel like I can't go to a pool if I want to go to a pool. I don't know. I think my life is small. But today I appreciate and I love the smallness of it. I think a couple years ago I felt like my life was small and I hadn't accepted it yet. Like I didn't enjoy it in a way that I enjoy it today. You know, plus I think like walking outside this neighborhood, I can remember like walking on cold nights when it was kind of rainy outside and listening to those were some of my favorite walks I ever took, was listening to scary books and it's kind of cold outside and I'm like, you got a coat on and stuff. Like I'm looking forward to those walks. There's a lot about fall and winter that I'm looking forward to, you know? So this summer has been fantastic. This summer has been good. I've had a lot of really great moments. I have a lot of great memories. A lot of change has occurred. We took, 2 fantastic trips this summer. Got Walter and Otis. We've hung out with our friends and family a lot this summer. It's been a good summer. And now I'm going to welcome fall. So I think with that, I am going to, let me text her. Let me text her and see when she's leaving. Unless she went the back way. I know she didn't go the back way. She always goes the front way. When you going? What is Mel texting me? Mel, you are being shady today. She's texting me about. we're sending back and forth little memes to each other. I'm like looking at the phone, like waiting for Laura to text me back. Well, I told my friend I'd be up there by 3:15, so I do need to get off here so I can be up there by 3:15. My last day of packing the pool. It is kind of sad, but not really. I mean, in all honesty, I'm kind of excited to like start the movie channel. I'm excited. I don't know. I'm just excited about fall. I love fall. I love summer too. And I love, like, there's parts of winter that I love, and I love spring. I love it all, I guess. I don't know. I have a better appreciation for a lot this year. My gratitude is just expounded this year. So, and hey, you know what? Next summer, I got a new table to look forward to. I got all kinds of bird feeders and bird baths to put together. No, I'm putting them together. That's coming. And I'm getting the fireplace fixed. It's gonna happen. I should call this one Shit Bricks. I should call this vlog, I just called it a blog. I should call this vlog Shit and Bricks, because y'all be shitting bricks when I put together that table. Then I can put that table over there and I can put a Christmas tree on it for Christmas. And when I get the fireplace fixed. I know, this is what's going to happen, okay? I'm going to call to have the fireplace guy come out here. And he's going to be like, because we call it a flue. What's that called? What do you guys call it? We've always called it a flue. The thing that like you pull open so the smoke goes up. What do they call it other places? But in Indiana, we call it a flue. I know he's going to be like, the flue was just $30. Here, you could have used your fireplace for the last 6 years. I already know that. I'm kind of like not wanting to get the fireplace fixed because I feel like I'm going to be like such an idiot when it happens. But anyway. I mean, I said this in a vlog not too long ago, and somebody like laughed at it, and because I said my vlog would be like if I get the fireplace fixed and I do make the table, like the vlog would be so boring. There would be nothing to look forward to, and you would all be shitting bricks. Is that even the same? What does that mean? I don't even know what that means. Should we look it up? I can't believe I'm looking up shit and bricks. I feel like it's something my dad said when I was growing up. To be extremely nervous or frightened. What does pooping bricks mean? A variation of the idiom shitting bricks, which means to be extreme. Okay, the literal meaning refers to the highly uncomfortable and difficult experience of passing something as hard as intense. Why are we even reading this? This is so weird. Anyway. I gotta get off here now, okay? I got pools to go to. Do you? Let me know what are you doing this weekend? What are you doing? Are you relaxing? I hope you don't have to work today, but if you do, I hope it goes quickly. And, yeah, so I hope you guys are having a magically amazing Monday. Fantastic beginning to your week. If you're off today, I hope you're being able to relax, binge watch some shows, get outside, do something that makes you happy. And, oh, you know what? I usually on Sunday, well, it's Monday, it's not Sunday. I usually give my schedule for the week, don't I? I don't know my schedule for the week. Oh, well, so today's Monday. Oh, tomorrow we have therapy. I was thinking it's Tuesday. I was like, tomorrow I can just get up whenever I want and film videos, but tomorrow is Tuesday, which means I have to leave here by 4:15, which means I have to be done filming videos. I might not put up my first movie video tomorrow. It might be Wednesday. And Caroline's canceled on Wednesday. She couldn't do it, then she could do it, then she couldn't do it again. So we're not doing Wednesday. No, I want to do the movie video tomorrow. I'm just going to have to get up earlier tomorrow and get stuff filmed. But anyway, I did ask Tanya if she wanted to do something tomorrow. I said, we don't have to go to a meeting if you want to just go to Meyer and stuff like that. But I didn't realize. She was like, well, let me let you know tomorrow, because tomorrow's like one of their like busiest days at the kennel, because like everybody is like, you know, getting their dogs after the long weekend. So she's like, she's working all day tomorrow. So she's like, I don't know, like how tired I'm going to be. I was like, well, girl, we can do some other day this week. So if not tomorrow, some other day this week. So I've got marriage counseling tomorrow night, maybe something with Tanya tomorrow night, maybe not. If not, I'll probably take a walk tomorrow night. Then Wednesday, no Caroline. Thursday, I don't have therapy on Thursday. Friday, nothing. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, filming videos. Oh no, Friday Alex is going to take me to run errands too, because Caroline's not taking me this week. And then, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, filming videos. Well, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, filming videos. And then Saturday we have the wedding. Yeah, that's this week. What are you guys doing this week? What are you doing? Well, now the weekend's over. So what plans? Do you have any exciting plans this week? Let me know in the comment section below. I hope you guys are having a magically amazing Monday. If nobody else has told you this today, I love you guys. I love you. What can I say? We made it through another summer. This is the 9th summer in a row. Feels kind of surreal saying that, doesn't it? Next year will be the 10th summer. Oh, I didn't do any pool vlogs this summer. Well, I did. I did do a pool vlog because I did a video at the pool outside of our room in Mexico. So that was kind of a pool vlog. But anyway, no pool vlogs this year. Tomorrow, though, I might film a video with the pool closing. We'll see. Anyway, love you guys. Happy end of summer, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Well, and I always say, summer doesn't really end for me until October. But this year, they're closing the pool. I mean, they always do early, but I guess it is kind of summer's over. I don't know. Anyway, Caroline said we should go, when we were going to do Wednesday, and then she canceled again. She said we should go to the pool on Wednesday. I said the pool closes tomorrow. I think that's why she ended up, now I just figured it out. I think that's why she canceled on me again. No, she's going to the lake. She's going to the lake. The girls figured it all out. Anyway, I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya.